guys, welcome back to Death from Above 40k. We've got a battle report here today for you at 2,000 points. We've got the Blood Angels taking on the Necrons. So we haven't been on for a while. We've been busy flat out updating armies and doing all sorts of just crazy Warhammer things, just adventure time. So I'm going to be heading up my Blood Angels and Brad's going to be heading up the Necrons. Say g'day, Brad.
G'day.
So we'll go through this, as I said, at 2,000 points. We'll go through the Blood Angels first. They've got some new units in them. And then I'll get Brad to help break down the Necrons. So, this is the Blood Angels at 2,000 points. So, first things first, there's a couple of new units in here that I've just finished painting up, which is the Repulsor. I finished painting up a 3-man unit of aggressors with flamestorm cannons. We've got our new captain on a bike. And then we've got some other things that were already painted but haven't been used yet. So we'll go over it. So first things first, HQs. So at 2,000 points, this is a battalion. So they'll be coming in at 12 command points because I haven't spent any. We've got the Warlord over here. So we've got a captain on a bike. He's got a Thunderhammer, which is going to be the Hammer of Baal relic. And then he's got Gift of Foresight as his Warlord trait, which lets him reroll 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 save roll each turn. So he's going to be getting around just doing his stuff. You know how he goes. Then we've got Mephiston. Well, he is what he is. His psychic powers are the Quickening, Wings of Sanguinius, and Shield of Sanguinius. Then behind him, Librarian Dreadnought. He's got the Quickening and Wings of Sanguinius. Obviously, both of these guys have got Smite as well. For troops, best troops ever. You heard it here. We got 1, 2, 3 5-man units of intercessors with auto bolt rifles and power fists on the sergeants. Straightforward. Then elites, which is the heaviest part of the army. We'll start here. Got 5-man unit of Death Company, bolt pistol chainswords. One of them's got a power fist. Straightforward, cheap, nasty, do some work. Coming across here, for the first time in 9th edition, I'm using my Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators. So I hope they go well with their extra wounds and all sorts of jazz going on. See how they do. We'll get feedback at the end. We got the freshly painted aggressors with their Flamestorm gauntlets. I reckon Flamestorm gauntlets are I can't even say it. Flamestorm gauntlets are the way to go now. And then behind, we've got the Redemptor Dreadnought, the big lad, Plasma Incinerator, Onslaught Gatling Cannon, Icarus Rocket Pod, and 2 Storm Bolters. He's the man, the mad dog, the big lad. Then, coming over here, we've got fast attack. We've got 3 separate units of attack bikes, 1, 2, 3, and each one of them has their twin bolt guns and multi-melters. So there'll be 3 separate fast attack choices. And then lastly, the big lad that's been added in, the Repulsor. We've just gone the normal Repulsor because I like the transport capacity and it's got a shitload of guns on it as it is. So it's got the twin las cannons, it's got the heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon and just the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, and then a heap of Storm Bolters. And then it's got the frag launch, not the frag launchers, the gas, the one that gives it the -1 to hit with the smoke launchers. One more elite choice down here that I skipped. Primaris Apothecary. There you go. That's it. He comes stock standard, so he'll be doing his thing, going around and putting people's guts back in and picking bits and bobs up. So that's the 2,000 points of Blood Angels. Bit of a different list. See how it goes. I'm just testing out a lot of new units and seeing what I like. So we'll get back to you, see if they win. Of course they're going to win. Nah, we don't know that. Alright, we've got Necrons. Brad, what are they running as? Mephrit?
Yeah, Mephrit.
So in here we've got a battalion, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, so we got the 3 HQ choices at the front. We got an Overlord, a Warden, Royal Warden, and a Cryptek.
That's a Chronomancer.
A Chronomancer with his little bebop head coming off him. So this guy's the Warlord, yeah? The Overlord?
Yes.
And he's got, you said, the Eternity Orb?
Yes, Orb of Eternity.
Orb of Eternity as a relic, and Merciless Tyrant as his Warlord, which is +1 attack, +1 strength. And then this one was Conduit of the Stars relic, so that's the special gun. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep. And then, what did you say this guy is?
Chronomancer.
So what does he do?
He's the one who could give an invulnerable save to a unit.
An invulnerable save to a unit. So you've paid for that. Yep. Alright. Yep. So they're the 3 HQ choices.
Yep.
Troops, you got 20-man blob of Necron Warriors. And 2 10-man blobs of Immortals, yeah?
Yes.
Then, we got the big guy back again. The Void Dragon. Now, what's his... Well, they're not psychic powers, but they're powers. He's got his one that he comes with, and what was the other one?
Sky the Falling Star.
Sky the Falling Star. So he's pretty much just going to get in there and make a mess of things. Then you got 1, 2 Doom Scythes with their cannons and daka. And then at the back, the Monolith with, what guns have you put on it?
Just the base guns, so it's just...
So the Gorse Flayers?
Yeah.
Yep, so you're not going the anti-tank this time.
No.
Alright, so how many points did you say you've spent, command points?
So I've spent an extra 4 command points,
So
3 for the Monolith and 1 for the extra relic.
Yep, so you'll be coming in at 8 command points to start with, and I'll be coming in at 12. Alright guys, that's our 2,000 points list. We will roll up a mission and get at it and start slapping each other around. We'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, we have rolled up a mission and the mission is Scorched Earth. So objectives everywhere. So on this side of the battlefield we've got 1, 2, and then in the center we've got 1, 2, and then over this side we've got 1, 2. So same as all missions in 9th edition, you get 5 points for holding one of these, you get an additional 5 points for holding 2 or more, and you get an additional 5 points for holding more than your opponent for a maximum of 15 each turn. That's what we're going with here. Secondaries for both of our armies. So the Blood Angels have got Bring It Down, so we want to be killing vehicles and monstrous creatures for points. Engage on all fronts, so being in all different table quarters scores us ongoing victory points, and I've gone with Raise the Banners to try out this time to raise some banners on some objectives and score some points with them. Brad's gone with Bring It Down also, so blowing up vehicles because I got a few vehicles. He's gone with Purge the Vermin, which is like the opposite of Engage on all fronts, so he gets points for every table quarter I'm not in, and he's gone for First Strike, so he wants to kill something of mine first turn. So we'll go over the setup of the armies. So Blood Angels, first things first, I paid 3 command points to have the Repulsor and 3 aggressives put into strategic reserves because it come to a whopping amount of power points, but I don't want them on the battlefield with his stuff. The rest of the stuff, we got Intercessor Squad here, Attack Bike in there, Big Dreadnought, Redemptor Man over here, 5-man unit of Intercessors, Librarian Dreadnought. In here, we've got Mephiston just lurking in the dark like a crazy vampire. Behind him, another Attack Bike. Then up the top here, we've got Death Company, which I'm going to be paying the command point to move them forward. So I'll do that in a sec. So they get to move forward 12 inches from where they are, which will cost me another command point. Over here, we've got the Terminators with the Apothecary and the Captain on the bike. Then over here, we've got 5-man Intercessor Squad. And then on the very other side, an Attack Bike. And as I said, reserves, we've got the Repulsor and also the aggressors inside. So, Brad's got Doom Scythe. He's also got Warriors in here. Immortals. Big Daddy Void Dragon. He's also got his Lord here. He's got the Royal Warden up here. Monolith. Chronomancer behind there. Thanks, Brad. Then we've got the more Immortals and another Doom Scythe. So you got everything on the battlefield, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright, so before we roll to see who goes first, so that everyone knows I'm not cheating, I'm going to be moving my Death Company 12 inches as far as they can go to here. So regardless of whether I get first turn or not, that's where they're going, just so that people are aware and that they don't feel like they're being cheated. Alright, so we'll roll to see who gets first turn, then I'll move them. Whoa. So I'm going to be moving them forward as far as they can go in this direction, even though Brad has first turn. So I'm pretty much feeding them to the Void Dragon. But hey, that's how that rule works. Alright, we'll get on with it. And we'll have Necron turn 1. Give Brad some targets to shoot at in the form of Death Company. Alright guys, we'll get back to you. Alright guys, end of Necron turn 1, and Brad's done some bits and bobs and shooting and gunning me down and all sorts of jibbity jabbities. Alright, so as requested from last game, because someone asked, the protocol. So the first protocol Brad used was Protocol of the Sudden Storm, which meant that things moved further, +1 to their movement. Was that what it was, Brad?
Yeah.
Yep, so +1 to their movement. So it would have been Alright, so it made things move further across the battlefield. So that's what he's gone with for the first one, for anyone wondering that. Movement wise, these guys come out of the building. They stayed there, didn't they?
Yep.
The Overlord moved here. The Void Dragon's over here. The Monolith moved to here. These guys didn't move, did they?
They moved out. Oh, yeah.
Moved out. Yep, that's right. They were in cover and they've moved out onto the objectives. The not Cryptek guys still there. One Doom Scythe's over here. And one Doom Scythe's over here. Croissant. Alright, so shooting wise, Brad split fired with these guys and shot 5 rapid fire into them and the other 15 over into these guys. And also this shot into these guys as well. With Feel No Pains and cover, he didn't do a great deal. Also, he didn't do that well with his shots hitting. Was these guys fired into the Terminators over here?
Yeah.
And killed a couple, and also the Monolith. Was it the Monolith fired into them?
The Monolith fired into the people next to Dreadnought.
Monolith fired into the people in the Dreadnought. So this is where I'm confused. Was this guy fired into them, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, he fired into the Terminators, my bad. So between the Monolith and this, Croissant, he killed 3 Terminators. With the Feel No Pain and the shields and the cover and all that sort of stuff, it did pretty well. Well, they didn't get cover, but they get +1, so they're kind of like always in cover. Then the Void Dragon shot into these Death Company as well. That was about it for that, except for over here. This Croissant shot into my Redemptor Dreadnought and took 5 wounds off him. So, there's a bit scattered around. He killed with Little Arms File, so a guy out of there died, and 2 guys out of there died. But other than that, he didn't actually get his first strike, because these guys actually lost. There was 3 lost to shooting. No, sorry, 2 lost to shooting. And then the Void Dragon charged in between Feel No Pains and Brad not rolling too hot. They managed to survive. So that wasn't too bad. No points were scored so far, but he's kind of done a bit of shooting and chipped away at units. So we'll get on with Blood Angels turn 1 and see if we can't do some damage back towards Brad. Alright guys, end of Blood Angel turn 1, and I feel like it went pretty well. There was some dog shit rolling, but then some stuff came on and it didn't turn out the worst. Alright, let's go through it. Movement. These guys stayed here. The Terminators and these guys moved forward. This guy paid a command point to heal one of these guys back to life. Attack bike from over here moved here. This attack bike moved over to here. Dreadnought here came out from here. They stayed there. These guys ran to get to here, and this attack bike moved up. And these guys are up here. And as you can see, these guys here. Well, let's break it down. Psychic phase. The war robot used Wings of Sanguinius to get up there and smite the Land Raider. And then over here, this guy tried smite on the big dog, and he gave himself the quickening. That's the psychic power. Shooting. So these guys used all their bolt guns and shot into them and did absolutely nothing. This shot its multi-melters over into here, did nothing. These guys didn't do anything. This guy turned his macro plasma incinerator on, rolled a 6 for hits, shot into the, also paid a command point to give him Wisdom of the Ancients to reroll the 1s, shot into the Monolith and did 12 wounds on it with his macro plasma incinerator. It's like 5 hits, 5 wounds, and Brad saved one of them with the 5-up invuln from that. What man? Chronomancer. I'm gonna get it right one day. Alright. Then over here, this thing tried to shoot into it, did nothing. This thing tried to shoot up over here, did nothing. These guys shot over here and killed 2 guys. There's a bit of a pickle here, because you can't retreat with Death Company. So I actually couldn't get around to shooting into this guy. So I could only Psychic and then assault him. In the assault phase, Mephisto did another 3 wounds. So 2 wounds were done in the Psychic phase, and 2 wounds were done. Oh, sorry, and 3 wounds were done by Mephisto for a total of 5, and then he'll heal 1 next turn. Bada, he just doesn't die. Over here, though, in the assault, these 2 did another 12 wounds on the Monolith. It didn't explode, but they managed to punch their way through with the Hammer of Baal and this guy's big stabby McStick. So, at the end of Blood Angels turn 1, we got 3 points for destroying that massive vehicle. And then we got 2 points for engage on all fronts for table quarters. So we got 5 points for the first turn. So not bad. At the end of battle round 1, Blood Angels are on 5 points, Necrons on 0, but they've still got a lot of stuff on the table, a la croissant. Alright, we'll get back to you in a minute after Brad's turn 2 and see what he does. Alright guys, end of Necron turn 2 and Brad has paid me back in spade loads. He shot the absolute snot out of everything. He's just like, you like guns mate? Fucking pow! But anyway, let's move forward. So, protocol he used was Protocol of the Protocol of the Vengeful Stars. That was for his turn 2 for everyone so they know where he's at. He scored 5 for this one. He scored 5 for this one. He scored 2 for killing a vehicle. And he scored another 2 for me not being in this table quarter. Alright, let's look at what he done. These guys move forward onto this objective with their ginormous Blobosaurus. These guys move forward a little bit. These guys stayed here. And the croissants did what we call around here the croissant crossover. That's what you call it, isn't it, Brad? The croissant crossover.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a literal term. You can look it up in the rule book if you don't believe me. So that's movement. Yep, that's everything. Void Dragon's still here. Damn Void Dragon. Shooting wise, these guys all shot into these guys and didn't do anything. What these guys shoot at, Brad?
They shot at your bike dude.
They shot at the bike dude over...
He's dead.
No, these guys didn't shoot the bike dude.
Yeah, they did. They rapid fired him.
Okay. And then these guys shot the bike dude over here.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm losing my marbles. Alright. It's all good, everybody stay calm. Alright, so that's where they shot. That's where they shot. This croissant blew away my Librarian Dreadnought. That's right, they rapid fired into the captain and killed him.
Yes.
Yeah, so my captain was killed. The croissant killed the Librarian Dreadnought. This one over here took this guy down. He's only got 3 wounds left, so that croissant done the damage there. Then, in combat, the Void Dragon did all sorts of crazy stuff, causing mortal wounds everywhere. He actually caused a few mortal wounds on these 2 characters. He caused some on Mephiston. And then in the combat, he stabbed Mephiston in the face and killed him. But not before Mephiston stabbed him first and took 3 wounds off. So this guy's down 7 wounds. So I can kill him next turn, hopefully. He charged in also with his Overlord. He killed a Terminator, but then they Thunderhammered him back in the face and he got killed. Whew, that was a mouthful. So, I lost an absolute crap ton of stuff that turn. But that's alright. It's good to see that the Necrons are in good fighting form. But we're going to have our Blood Angels turn 2 and see if we can't pay these guys back and finish a few bits and bobs off. Alright, we'll be back in a minute, guys. Alright guys, end of Blood Angel turn 2 and it got really brutal, really quickly. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, what's happened? Movement phase. These 2 attack bikes came here. These guys moved over to here. Repulsor came on from the side. Dreadnought sort of just shuffled forward onto this. These guys ran over to this objective and the guys that were on here ran up here. So we're sort of chain linking and these guys stayed in here. Alright, shooting wise, this came on and shot down like 13 warriors or something, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
About 13 warriors, and then its las cannon shot over and did, I think it was 8, was it 8 wounds? 4. 4 wounds on the croissant was there. Either way, the croissant's gone, but it contributed with its las cannons to the damage. So it did quite well. Cleared out a heap of horde and then contributed damage to the vehicle, so happy with that. These guys also shot into here. I think they killed 1 with their guns. These guys shot their multi-melters into the croissant as well. I think they took another like 6 wounds or something, making it 10, and then this Dread managed to get 1 plasma incinerator round into it, finishing it off, which was good because that was the croissant that was going this way, and I didn't want my brand new repulsor getting wrecked. I've done everything to protect it this match. Put it in reserve, bring it out on the other side, you name it, we're doing it. These guys also shot at the croissant and done nothing. These guys fired into the Immortals, then ran in and charged. What? Did they kill 2?
No, but I did forget to attack with them.
All right, we'll do that in a minute. Brad did forget to fight back, so we'll do that and round it up. I'll let him have his turn, but it killed 2, didn't they, with the combat?
Yeah.
Yep. So there's 8 of them. Then over here, we managed to finish off the shard because, yeah, he took a few wounds. He actually only failed 1, and he took the last 3 damage.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I actually popped him in the face with the Death Company pistol, which was quite amusing. So, C-Tan dead, which is good because he only got to heal the 1 wound, and we managed to do enough damage. We don't have any psychic, so no psychic. But we did score 10 points also. We weren't holding more than Brad. And yeah, we got a couple of points for vehicles, a couple of points for being in all these. At the end of battle round 2, Blood Angels are on 21 and the Croissant Men are on 14. But it is now going to be Brad's turn 3. Both armies are running pretty thin on things. So we'll see what he does. And we'll get back to you in a minute in Necron turn 3. Alright guys, end of Necron turn 3. Brad's done some tactical shenanigan stuff, killy things. Either way, you got 10 points for holding these 2 objectives. The reason he got this one is because he had more models on it. So even though they were both troops, he had more models. So he still got that one. So that was 10 points. Over here, this croissant just kept flying that way and finished off the Dreadnought, which got him another 3 points. So that was his points for another 13 points for that battle round. Over here, used the Royal Warden. These guys stepped out of combat, shot the shit out of these guys, then stepped back in and pummeled them, and they passed their morale test and managed to kill 1 back in return. These guys stepped out, and then these guys pummeled these guys and killed a few more of them. They didn't remove them all. Yeah, that was about it. No, something killed a Terminator over here too. Oh, the Royal Warden shot over into here and killed one of the Terminators. So there's only 1 Terminator left there. Yeah, things are running real low on the battlefield. There's been so much carnage here. The points are pretty even at the moment from what I can see because Brad's just gone back up. So we'll get on with Blood Angel turn 3 and see if we can't return the favour with this shiny new repulsor. It's got its aggressors in it, so we'll see what they can do. Alright, we'll get back to you. Alright guys, end of Blood Angels turn 3 and I've turned it up to 11. So, the end of this round 3, we've come to the conclusion that with the damage I've just done, the Necrons they just can't come back from this kind of damage. So I'll run you through why. So first things first. These guys got out, come over here and obliterated the rest of the warriors. This thing swung over here and shot the absolute crap out of the Immortals, and these 2 units ran in and finished them off. This guy healed one of these guys, by the way. And so they're on that objective now. These guys tried to shoot into here, but didn't do anything. And these guys just sat on this objective. And over here, I think I killed another Immortal, and then Brad only took 1 wound off this guy in return. So, at the end of that, Blood Angels are on 38 points, and the Necrons are on 27 points. Now, the maximum points Necrons can earn moving forward is this objective, and this guy possibly moving over to this objective. That's provided they get through all the firepower and me being on every single objective. So, Brad's conceded at the end of this round because he just doesn't feel that he can come back from it. Like I said, he may be able to pick a unit off with this, but because I'm on 1, 2, I'm still on that, I'm not really contesting it, but 3, 4, and can probably spread out to cover some more, so 5. This doesn't feel like I'm going to be continually getting the 15 points, whereas he's only going to be sort of racking up them, and then I'm going to get secondaries. So, that's the end of the game. What'd you pick for man of the match, Brad? What was your favourite unit and why?
The man of the unit would be the Doom Scythe over there.
The 2 Doom Sights?
Yeah, they took so much damage that way. We deal a fair bit.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest because I didn't have a lot of things with the fly keyword and you had 2 of them, so I couldn't assault them, and they just flew around and consecutively damaged and pestered me. So I would definitely agree with they were really good this game. You used them really well. Also, this guy working with these guys, moving in and out and shooting and stuff, I thought was a really good combination. You put in some massive rounds and just blew chunks out of me. I'm going to go with, I'm giving this the man of the match. The old Repulsor. Come on round 2, but just like pummeled things with its weaponry. Delivered these guys into combat. They could have done more if the game went on, but that's all good. And then an honorary mention, these Terminators with their Apothecary. They pretty much trudged from over here, pounded their way through some stuff, pounded their way through a C-10, killed some more Immortals and ended up over here, which is pretty impressive. Now that they're 3 wounds, giving them the feel no pain, bring them back. Really good stuff. I think I'll bring him in some more lists. Wish you could take the old Terminator Apothecary so I could just drop him in with him, but hey, you can't have everything. So, the end of this, we hope you guys enjoyed it. The new units for the Blood Angels, bigger game match as you said, and a few other bits and bobs. So we'll get back to the drawing board, get another match going, and we'll get back to you. Alright guys.